I think that people are starting to wake up again, but and the only way they know, for the most part, is to go and protest and rally. Okay, and the reason we go there is to find the people who really, really do want to make change, who understand that it's a day in and day out serious commitment. It's not doo-doo, when I feel I'm going to go, go to a protest and it's a feel-good tactic and the problem's there tomorrow. What can you, we really can, but have to build an organization that's there every day.
Was the theme the immigration thing? Or
Yeah,
theme,
a day without my immigrants. And there are a couple of people that knew about it being International Workers' Day, but
Uh-oh. I should have talked to you before the phone rang.
hello, CCLP is calling. Hi. Sure. So, Penny, can you take it over? It's line one.
Me?
You, Penny. Line one, the CCLP line. The Coalition of Concerned Legal Professionals is an all-volunteer, private, unincorporated membership association of attorneys, paralegals, other legal professionals, as well as working people and students, and really anyone who understands that in our country the legal system is not based on justice, it's based on how much money you have. And what we do is we work with organizations of the lowest paid workers, people who are not covered by federal labor laws, such as farm workers, domestic workers, service workers, really the lowest paid workers in the country, who often have no benefits on their job, often don't even get paid minimum wage, and certainly don't have access to the legal system because it's very expensive, and 95% of the attorneys work for the top 1% of the population. They work for the banks, the HMOs, the insurance companies. So they are not the ones that are assisting low-income workers, generally speaking, but it's an inherently unjust legal system because of that. And you have to have a lot of money. I'd say in San Francisco, you'd have to have between $200 and $500 an hour to hire an attorney. So there's not a lot of people that can afford that, and then there's court fees, etc.
If I punch you in the face, I'm not supposed to do that. You could call the police, or you could sue me for assault and battery. Or you could say, oh well, she punched me in the face, I don't mind, and you go on with your life and I go on with mine. You don't have to sue me even though you have a right to. So you could violate a tenant's rights, and the tenant chooses to ignore it, and we talked earlier about a lot of tenants do ignore it because they don't know they have rights, or they have other things on their plate. And some people also are scared of the legal system, rightly so. Some people are not documented immigrants, and right now in the current climate have fear about using the legal system. There's a lot of different reasons that people don't exercise the rights that they have, and I think it's our job to let them know they have rights, and they get to decide what they want to pursue and what they don't want to pursue.
We're going out today to talk to people about the cuts of the courts and what they can do about it. It's the way we first begin to contact people, and then we call them back, because people don't generally just walk in the door because you met them on the street. You usually need to be organized. And we've met a lot of people who have become volunteers or supporters, who've donated. So it's been really good. Hi there, talking to people today about what's it going to take to get justice. Hi, talking to people today about what's it going to take to get justice. The people today about what's it going to take to get justice in our communities.
No, I'm sorry, I gotta help somebody who just spilled olive oil.
Oh,
over him, so.
okay, all right. Talking to people today about what's it going to take to get justice in our community. Jesus. See the store. I can't see the store. We sued the state of California on behalf of thousands of migrant farm workers when the state illegally doubled their rents in the migrant camps. And we beat the state of California, won over $1 million for the farm workers, and we took nothing. What kind of work do you do?
A lawyer.
Okay, all right, that's great. What kind of law do you practice?
Soon to be retired, though.
Soon to be retired, just the right time.
I know.
What kind of law do you do?
Construction, public works. I work for the city.
Oh, you work for the city. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Like the city attorney, or oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, we're out here because we need volunteers. We've got several contacts actually. That's pretty good. Yeah. Hi there, talking to people today about. It goes back to, I went to Santa Cruz, UC Santa Cruz. I graduated from there. And it was around the same time I started, my friends and I started getting involved with an organization of people who do domestic and attendant care work. And I had done that kind of work. I had taken care of an elderly man. I had done cleaning houses. And one thing that strikes you about doing that kind of work is that a couple of things. One, it's very low paid. There were no benefits at that time. And there's really no way out. I mean, the thing that I thought about, so I was educated and I had my college degree, and that was the 70s. So at that time it was kind of in to be a woman, like you should have the whole world in front of me. I ended up being unemployed. I ended up doing low paid jobs despite having a Bachelor of Arts. But I was struck by the injustices that existed in that kind of low-paid work that I personally felt. And a lot of it was because I thought, well, you know what? You can't wake up one day if you're poor and say, I'm really tired of being poor. I think I'll move on now. And you can't do that. And I saw that who I was and my lot in life, even though I had an education, was really with changing that situation for working people, not only for other working people, but for myself as well. I was in the same boat. And this is the only organization I've seen, or the groups we work with, that I think has the possibility of making the necessary changes to permanently solve these problems once and for all. We're not talking about putting a Band-Aid on it. We're saying, it is possible to get rid of poverty in this country. I think that the only thing that really can be done is that we have to build organization that's seriously strong enough to build a force that the government of this country has to reckon with and recognize, and to force them to change their policies. I can't give you a blueprint for how that's going to work, but if you were to ask me, what do I think you should do with your life? I, of course, would say I think you need to be a full-time volunteer organizer, because that for every person that makes a schedule or becomes a full-time volunteer, that makes us stronger. That means we can win faster, because the whole world is waiting for us in this country to do something to stop our government from the destruction it's engaged in. There's no one else that can do it except those of us living in this country. And so, I tell people, as much time as you have that you can devote to that, I can't think of a better thing you could do with your life.